update you definitely don't want to miss. For today's video, we are talking about update 1040 and everything that comes along with it, including a new login with a free legendary champion, a new tournament coming our way, some quality of life changes as well. Let's get into it. The first thing that they actually tease us with is this new login calendar, and they actually do say right away, hey, this is not going to be included in this upcoming update, but a little bit later on. But here is a tad bit, a sprinkle of some information. First thing I noticed about this though was the dates on it. It says April the 10th is when it starts, so it would be nice if it actually starts then, or if they just put these dates in. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what they actually do with it, but it does let us know that we are going to be getting a legendary champion from this, and it is going to be fragments, but it is something you want to log in and make sure that you are collecting so you don't accidentally miss out on it. All they've given us is essentially this is going to be a legendary support named Ludex Arter, if I've said that right, but we know that that is essentially what is going to be coming our way at some point in time in the future, if we can actually ignore these dates. Otherwise, we might see it as early as April. Something that is exciting here though is that if you are a new player and you've downloaded Raid using my link, that gets you Elenaril on day one. That's a free legendary. And then you enter one of those new player promo codes. So let's say you enter in either Supreme Galek or GETALICE or MONKEYKING or even GETLOKI. That is another legendary you get right there. And then on top of that, this is a third free legendary. Honestly, these new player accounts are going to be stacked. I am excited for whenever we do get this new champion, so be sure that you guys subscribe so that once this champion is released, we can do a deep dive together, take a look at the skills and what it is all about. On top of this login champion, we're also going to have some new relics. There's going to be 4 legendary relics that are going to be the final reward for this login, and the cool thing with this is that we do actually get to vote as a community for which one we're going to want to get. So there's going to be 4 that we can choose from, and essentially we're going to cast a vote, and whichever one wins is what we're going to have. Now this is great because this is another way to get some relics onto our accounts. If you're like me and you are a newer player into the game, we might not have gotten our hands on a lot of the relics yet or the crafting yet. So this is another way to get some more of these into our hands. I actually want to take you guys over to my forge just so I can show you. So I am considered to be a early game player, quite new to the game. I have not even been playing for a year. At best, it's been a couple of months. And honestly, I need to show you guys what I'm working with so that you can laugh along with me. So first, take you over to my very underwhelming collection. That's right, I have all of 3 right here, apart from what can potentially be equipped to some of my champions, which I've got 1 here, I have another here, and I think that might be, oh, and another. So clicking through my champions, I think now that might be everything. So I have 4 equipped to my champions and 3 just hanging out there because honestly, guys, I haven't made much use of my relics yet, but realistically, I don't have a whole lot to work with. However, looking at this, I could do some crafting. We can go into the forge and potentially see what we can get. And I think I will actually do that. I will do some crafting. It's not going to be today though. That is going to have to be on another video. So another reason that you guys should subscribe to see what I'm able to craft out of my forge in terms of my relics. Now, if we did look at what I can potentially do in terms of my crafting, say I'm throwing in all these materials, it's mostly going to be a rare, right? We have like an 84% chance of that. Now let's go ahead and throw some of these in. So at best, it's a 39.5% chance at a legendary. That's at best. That's not even including us potentially lowering some of these rates by, let's say, including some of these ones in here or some of the rares. So the fact that they're going to give us a legendary is huge. It's going to be big for my accounts, and I'm sure it is something that is going to be big for your accounts as well. So something that I am excited for them to actually bring out and roll into this game. I also talked about a new tournament coming in, and this is going to be Gear Ascension Tournament. Something else that they're essentially bringing into this game. So we know we have different tournaments that go on. Well, this one is going to focus on some of the other areas that maybe as a new player you haven't touched in the game. If you're an experienced player, I'm sure you've done this. You're probably ready for this. It's just another way for you to participate in the tournament, get yourself some extra prizes. But this is going to be for the Sand Devil and for Phantom Shogun. Now, essentially, they'll want you to collect as many oils and extracts as possible, as they say, and you'll get points for that, which you will be able to use towards some of these rewards. We have the ones that are on the side, and then potentially if you get that #1 bot. This is something that is also probably exciting for players because, like I said, you may already be doing it. Now, if you're in my shoes, I'm going to show you guys where I'm at with this. I'm going to bring you guys over to my dungeon. We're going to come all the way this way. So Sand Devil, I'm on stage 14 for now, because if you guys saw my other video, I did get God Seeker Aniri, and she is going to be a massive help in here. So So I have started on Sand Devil. I'm happy to say that that's been started. Good for that one. Now, Phantom Shogun, this is a whole other question because clearly I have not started this one at all. I haven't even attempted yet, but looking at the fact that they're bringing us a tournament, this changes everything for me because I need to actually try to go ahead and see how far down here I can actually get. And honestly, the only reason I haven't done it is because I haven't needed this right now. I haven't needed this lesser extract or greater extract superior. It has not been a priority for me. I am still working my way through these dungeons, trying to get better gear. I'm not doing any ascending, but looking at it now, I'm like, I need to actually get on this. So I do think it is something that is exciting for players. It's going to be another tournament for us. So just like we have some of these ones that are going on, always tournaments happening in Raid. And this is coming at you if you are a new player and you're like, I'm not going to be able to do it. That's going to happen a lot with tournaments, and you do not need to compete in every single tournament if you don't have the resources, the time, or you just really don't want to waste a lot of energy on farming like a stage 1 or a stage 2. Then I mean, that's very understandable. So I'll bring you over to this one, for example. So for a classic arena, let's say we have those on the side, the things that you do. You want to get your energy, your silver, your crystals, and then depending on where you actually place along here, you're going to get some other prizes as well. So I will say it's nice that they are bringing in another tournament for things that people were probably already farming, and maybe if you're somebody like me and you haven't farmed it yet, it kind of just reminds me that, hey, this exists and I should probably get a move on getting that started. I am curious your thoughts though. Are you excited they're bringing in this extra tournament? Is it something that you wanted? Is it something you were looking for? Do you feel like it was missing from Raid? I need to hear your thoughts. Let me know and comment below. Next up, we have the Token Trader Champion rotation, where they're actually going to be taking 2 of these champs out and rotating 2 in. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys because I have not touched the Token Trader. I am nowhere near that point in the game. So for myself, this is not something yet that affects me. But if it is something that affects you guys, or you have any strong opinions or feelings on it, I do want to hear it. I want to hear your expertise, where you think this might potentially affect you, because for myself, I am not quite there yet. So I am going to move down into the quality of life stuff. And this is something I'm so excited for. So firstly, siege victory conditions are going to change to make draws less common. They are bringing in some other stuff, some more avatar frames being added, chimera stuff. But the thing I'm probably most excited for involves the gear. This is something that I noticed when I first started this game and I came into it and I was like, why is this not a thing? Why am I going through this? And they're finally adding it, and that is the ability to be able to sell gear in different places in the game. Number 1 being the inbox. The amount of times that my gear has kind of overflowed into things, and say I'm not running multi-battle, but I'm just doing, especially now, super raids. I've been doing training, going into the campaign mode, and just super raid. I didn't actually notice that my inventory was filling up with these common and uncommon gears, like hundreds of them, that I actually had to go through, so, like, collect as many as I could, go to my gear, go ahead and sell it, go back to my inventory. So yes, we will be able to sell directly from the inbox. Huge win right there. The next one, the gear upgrade tab. Another big win, because you may be going through, you find an artifact, some gear that looks really nice, go ahead and you upgrade it, and it upgrades like garbage. It upgrades it to flat stats and things that you don't want to keep. You want to sell it. Well, now you have to close it, and then you have to find it and sell it from there. So yes, we're going to be able to sell it right away as soon as it rolls poorly. Hoping you guys have some good gear rolls, but let's be honest, a lot of them are going to get sold. So this just makes it that much easier. And lastly, in the forge. So when you craft a ×10 in the forge, essentially, unless you were clicking on every single individual one, keep or sell, well, now they're going to give us this option for the craft ×10 in the forge and being able to sell gear from there. So something else that's going to be super helpful, especially if you're doing batches of crafting, which for myself, I typically do during like a clan versus clan, especially getting the battle pass and all of the materials. It's a great time to actually do some crafting, but I do end up with a lot of stuff that I have to sort through and try to sell afterwards. So something else that is going to make our lives just so much easier. There are a lot of great things coming out of this new update. I'm so excited for it, including, of course, that legendary champ, but even just the little quality of life things like being able to sell. So comment down below and let me know, what are you guys looking forward to? Be sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on the future videos, including when I do actually try to craft some of those relics. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!